Out for an early morning's fitness ride on my bicycle. Coming up at the top of this, I just thought, wow, this is kind of representative of what the world looks like today right here. Yeah, you get a little bit of a downhill, chance to coast for a bit, catch a rest. But you get to the bottom, just when you think you're on easy street, there's that big, long uphill waiting for you. And you're going to have to keep pushing through, no matter how bad you feel about it. It's just the way of the world right now. Okay, this morning epiphany moment is for all my zombie apocalypse LARPing friends. You know, if you truly believe that the end of times is going to come and you think you're prepared for it, no hydro, no fuel, no common everyday resources, no phone, no nothing, just you against the world. One of the things I will say is, if you don't ride a bike, you're just fooling yourself. It's a suitable means of transportation that you can manage and maintain. But the truth of the matter is, you'll tell me, I rode a bike when I was a kid. I know how to ride a bike. Yeah, good luck with that. Most people don't realize that although you may never forget how to ride a bike, the muscles you use and the skills you need and the balance you need, they do disappear. So, my word of wisdom for the day is, not asking you to be, that Lance Armstrong type guy on your bicycle. But I am telling you, if you don't own a bike and you don't actually ride it, when the time comes you think you're going to use it, you are not going to survive the zombie apocalypse, because it's not that easy. Same with people like, well, I got a horse. Yeah, well, you know what? Good luck with that too. Even the best trained horse will have issues in things and times when things are not just the way they're supposed to be. And if you don't have any horse skills, good luck with that. Same as if you get a chance, learn to ride a motorcycle. Probably a valuable thing. Or an electric bike. Something, or an ATV. Put all those skills in your belt before the sun sets on the end of the world as we know it. You'll stand a better chance of hanging out and having a Coors Light with me. And as I always tell my grandson, it's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. Just at the top of one of the hills on this morning's fitness ride, took a break, stopped and listened. It's a relatively quiet morning for a Wednesday morning. Off in the distance, I can hear a truck running on the highway, some cars moving. Picture in your mind, though, that the power went out a week ago, and there was no gas, no diesel, just how quiet it would be out here. And could you live in that quietness for months on end? You know, in 98, when the ice storm hit, and we lived in an area that was impacted by the ice storm, we were 14 days without power on a dead-end road. Yeah, we had neighbors. We were kind of out there isolated from the city. And, every now and then you'd be able to hear a snowmobile run, but that was it. Other than that, it was just the noises that you would hear locally. And for a lot of people, the silence is the hard part. They can't tolerate that there's no noise, there's no conversation, there's no people, there's no cars, there's no radio playing. Put that in your mind for when you get up in the morning and go, oh, is today day X? Is today the end of the world as we know it? I'm thinking it'll be pretty quiet after about a week. Yeah, every uphill climb always ends with a downhill. Try not to crash. Like I said, proper footwear every day. You know, if the zombie apocalypse comes, you're caught in a disaster. You're probably going to see a lot of that right there all over the place. And you know what you'll find not far from it. Just a reminder. Yeah, proper footwear every day. Oh yeah. Here comes the next good climb. See you on the top. Here we go. One of my missions when I'm out with Niner Zulu is try not to walk any hills we don't have to. No matter how hard they are, no matter how steep, unless it actually becomes impossible, and some of them are. You know what? This is one of those ones. It's going to be iffy. We're not anywhere near the top. We're already down into second gear. On this loose gravel, we can do it. Push through it. Mental toughness. I still got first gear yet. We'll make it. And the bike creaking and groaning. Giving a little bit of an argument. Gravel slipping under the back wheel. First gear. We're all the way out of adjustment. We made it. Woke up the neighbor's dog. Like I always say, Niner Zulu, it's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. Downhill again. Okay, so we're off the gravel. We're back out on the hard top. A little bit more gentle slopes in this part, a little bit easier going. We can take a little bit of a rest. We're about 7.5 kilometers into it. And here's the next epiphany for this. Okay, you know what? It's the first week of May. It's about 6 degrees this morning. So, you know, the world is being relatively pleasant. But for all my friends who think you should be wearing spandex breeches and blouses and, you know, walking their poodle, here's what I want you to know. When you're out on your bike in this part of the world, if you're training for the zombie apocalypse or the end of the world as we know it, get some clothes on. Yeah. John Wayne never wore spandex. Sorry. And when you're out here, if you get cut off by the marauders and have to crash your bike into the bush and hide under a log for the night, if you're wearing spandex and that go faster blouse and piloting a pair of flip-flops, the bugs are going to eat the subcutaneous fat off those bat wing arms of yours long before daylight gets here. Get some clothes on. Some good durable material. You know, like army clothes. And some cargo pockets. Get some freaking cargo pockets. You're going to need them. And, you know, if you're a little bit on the effeminate side and you're worried about getting a little bit of a rash, buy a goddamn jar of Vaseline. It'll get you through. And not only that, it's a great emergency fire starter when you mix it with the cotton balls you have in your sniffles and boo-boo kit. Oh yeah, and AirPods and earbuds. Take those damn things out of your coconut. Besides the fact that they cause tumors, you need to be listening to what's going on around you. If you don't, you might get run over by some drunken person driving a car 5 o'clock in the morning on the way home from his weed party. Be part of the world you're in. Leave that stuff behind. It won't help you when the zombie apocalypse comes. There you go. We're almost at the end. Here we go. One more epiphany before I hit base station. Something to think about. Emergency fishing kit. Oh, and yeah, you're probably not traveling around the countryside with your Abu Garcia or your Zeb Gold high-end top dollar fly fishing gear or spin casting. No, just an emergency fishing kit. In this part of the world, if you could fish, you could probably feed yourself. On top of that, try hand fishing. You know what? Leave the rod at home, take your emergency fishing kit out, and try actually catching fish with it. You may find it's a little bit more challenging than you think when you're watching Naked and Afraid or Alone or Survivor. Put one in your gear, learn how to use it. I'm almost home. Almost time for a bulletproof coffee. So there you go. Finished the trip. It's probably somewhere around 8 kilometers. You know what? Just trying to stay ready for the worst of times and the best of times is a bit of a chore. And if you think I'm hard done by and you want to come visit me and feel sorry for me, bring a lawnmower. It's no mow May, and I hate cutting grass to begin with. And maybe some bug repellent too, because by the time you get here, the grass will be belt buckle deep. And if you don't cut grass, well, bring a paintbrush. I got some garage doors that need painted. And that's the stuff that I do when I'm mad at my significant other. I hate painting too. In any case, have a good day. I almost forgot. Yeah, this morning I went out as what I would call bare, but I still have the essentials with me. And just so you know, the bike this morning weighed right around 44 pounds, okay, with what's on the bike. Make sure you take stuff with you when you're doing it. Yeah.